Days of Our Lives spoilers over failed adoption. EJ blamed as Johnny seeks Marlena's guidance. Salem is no stranger to heartbreak, but this time it's personal, raw, and deeply emotional. The shattered dream of parenthood has left Chanel Dupree Dimera in pieces, and she's placing the blame squarely on one man, her father-in-law, EJ Dimera. After Johnny Dimera shockingly backed out of adopting Tate Black and Sophia Choi, Chanel's devastation spiraled into something darker. Pure rage. She isn't just mourning the loss of becoming a mother. She's furious at what she believes caused it, EJ's manipulative influence. A confrontation that shakes the Dimera mansion in the emotionally charged aftermath. Days of Our Lives spoilers confirm Chanel will storm into the Dimera estate in a fury. What begins as a confrontation quickly escalates into a full-blown emotional explosion, with Chanel unleashing years of resentment. At the heart of her pain lies the belief that EJ didn't just influence Johnny's decision, he sabotaged it. Chanel directly accuses EJ of poisoning Johnny's mind against fatherhood. Insiders reveal she believes EJ's toxic parenting and emotional manipulation planted seeds of doubt that led Johnny to abandon the adoption. To Chanel, this isn't just about one decision, it's about a lifetime of control. She sees EJ as the architect of dysfunction in the Dimera family, a man whose legacy of domination has scarred generations, including her husband. Johnny's guilt sends him running to Marlena while Chanel lashes out. Johnny is consumed by guilt. His retreat from adopting children wasn't out of malice, but fear that he wasn't ready, fear that he couldn't be the father they deserved. Conflicted and overwhelmed, he turns to the only person he trusts to help him sort through the chaos. His grandmother, Dr. Marlena Evans. Spoilers hint at a touching heart-to-heart between Marlena and her troubled grandson. Johnny will confide in her, revealing his inner turmoil and the emotional weight of stepping back from adoption. Marlena, ever the compassionate guide, will encourage Johnny to look ahead, to consider whether his future still includes Chanel, and if so, how to mend the damage done. But is it too late? Emotional fallout echoes through Salem. The tension doesn't stay confined within the Dimera walls. By Thursday, Days of Our Lives teasers show Abe Carver offering comfort to Chanel, suggesting that her anguish continues to spill over into every corner of her life. There are no quick fixes here, just deep emotional wounds that may take weeks, or even months, to heal. In a parallel storyline, Chad Dimera is seen begging Kat Green to reconsider her upcoming charity date with EJ. He fears that his brother's motives go far beyond romance, suspecting a calculated power play involving more than just love, but possibly hospital acquisition schemes. If true, it shows EJ's web of manipulation is far wider than anyone imagined. Can the Dimera family survive this crisis? As Chanel and Johnny's marriage teeters on the edge and as familial loyalty faces its greatest test yet, one question looms large: can any relationship survive the shadow of the Dimera name? Johnny is caught in the middle, torn between the woman he loves and the father he fears. The decisions he makes now will shape not only his marriage but the entire future of the Dimera legacy. The emotional wounds inflicted this week run deep, and Chanel's confrontation with EJ may only be the beginning. With hearts broken and trust fractured, we're heading into a stormy chapter in Days of Our Lives history. The fate of Johnny and Chanel's marriage hangs by a thread, and only time will tell if they can stitch it back together or if EJ's influence has torn it apart for good. Days of Our Lives, Chanel's dream shattered, a furious showdown with EJ as Johnny turns to Marlena for a lifeline. The cobblestone streets of Salem have seen their fair share of heartbreaks, betrayals, and family feuds. But what's unfolding now within the walls of the Dimera mansion might just be one of the most emotionally explosive chapters yet. Chanel Dupree Dimera, once brimming with hope about starting a family, now finds herself reeling from the wreckage of a dream destroyed, and she believes there's only one person to blame: EJ Dimera. In a saga that combines raw emotion, generational conflict, and the suffocating weight of the Dimera legacy, Days of Our Lives dives deep into the heartache of a failed adoption and the unraveling of a young couple's marriage, setting the stage for confrontations that could redefine every relationship tethered to the Dimera name. A motherhood dream turned nightmare. For weeks, Chanel has been walking on air, believing that motherhood was finally within reach. The opportunity to adopt Tate and Sophia's child was more than just a legal process. It was a deeply personal milestone, a symbol of healing and forward motion after so many trials. Her connection to the unborn baby had already begun to form in her heart, and every flutter of hope was wrapped in dreams of lullabies and cradles. But those dreams were abruptly shattered. In a move that shocked not just Chanel but the entire Dimera household, Johnny Dimera, her husband, the man who once vowed to build a future with her, called off the adoption. The reason? A sudden change of heart. But for Chanel, the motives behind that change weren't so sudden. She believes they were seeded, manipulated, and ultimately orchestrated by one man, E.J. Dimera. The Dimera mansion confrontation, a daughter-in-law's fury unleashed. Hell hath no fury like a woman robbed of motherhood. And when Chanel storms the Dimera estate, she brings with her a hurricane of fury, pain, and accusations. Her voice echoes through the halls that have seen generations of secrets and betrayal, but perhaps never with this level of emotional devastation. "You destroyed this for me, E.J.," she screams, trembling not just with rage but profound sorrow. Her voice breaks as she accuses him of manipulating Johnny, of poisoning her husband's mind against the adoption, and of playing puppeteer with her most sacred hope. E.J., rarely one to cower in the face of confrontation, tries to maintain his usual icy composure. But even he is taken aback by the storm that is Chanel, her grief, her sense of betrayal, her undeniable truth that this wasn't just about an adoption. It was about control. It was about power. It was about robbing her of the future she had dared to believe in. Johnny Dimera, torn between blood and love. Meanwhile, Johnny finds himself sinking in emotional quicksand. His world is collapsing from all sides. Chanel's eyes, once filled with love and trust, now see him as a coward, someone too weak to stand up to his father, someone too passive to protect what they had built together. But the weight on Johnny's shoulders is more than marital strain. It's the legacy of the Dimera name. The shadow of E.J. looms over him in every decision he makes. Desperate for guidance and haunted by guilt, Johnny turns to the one person he's always trusted in his darkest moments, Marlena Evans. In a heartfelt session that peels back the layers of Johnny's inner torment, Marlena helps him explore his motives, his fear, and the influence E.J. continues to exert over his life. Marlena doesn't scold. She listens. She reminds Johnny of who he is apart from the Dimera name, apart from E.J.'s expectations. And in doing so, she plants a seed. Perhaps it's not too late to fight for Chanel. But first, he must find the courage to stand up to his father. A marriage on the brink. Back at home, Chanel is crumbling. The woman who once stood tall with pride and resilience now struggles to hold back tears. Every memory of baby clothes, nursery ideas, and future birthdays feels like a cruel joke now. She can't understand how the man she loved could back out so easily, unless, of course, he was never truly on her side to begin with. Trust, once broken, is a difficult thing to rebuild. And Chanel isn't just mourning the child they'll never have. She's mourning the man she thought she knew. Meanwhile, Johnny is at a crossroads. Marlena's counsel has helped him see things clearly, but clarity doesn't always lead to courage. He knows what he must do, but can he truly go against E.J. and reclaim his own voice? E.J. Dimera, the master manipulator or the misunderstood father? In the wake of the chaos, questions swirl around E.J.'s true intentions. Was he truly concerned about the timing of the adoption? Did he believe Johnny and Chanel weren't ready for parenthood, especially with their marriage already under strain? Or was this just another case of E.J. asserting control, ensuring that no major life decisions are made in his family without his blessing? To the outside world, E.J. may appear cold, calculating, and heartless. But deep inside, he's also a man who has lost before. His decisions are shaped by his own fears, his own regrets, and a belief that only he knows what's best for the Dimera name. In trying to protect his legacy, he may have destroyed his son's chance at happiness. Will love prevail, or has the damage been done? The days ahead in Salem promise more than just emotional wreckage. They promise reckoning. Johnny will have to choose whether to stand by Chanel and repair their fractured bond or remain tethered to the Dimera legacy and lose her forever. Chanel, too, must decide if she can forgive. Not just Johnny, but herself for hoping in a family that seems to destroy everything it touches. And E.J.? If he has any remorse, he's hiding it well. But even the most unflinching Dimeras have their breaking points. As tears fall, secrets unravel, and alliances shift, one thing is certain, this storm has only just begun. And the aftermath may leave scars on every heart involved. Stay tuned. Will Johnny rise from his father's shadow and fight for his marriage? Can Chanel ever trust again? And is there any redemption left for EJ Dimera? In Salem, nothing is ever truly over, and every ending is just the beginning of another dramatic twist.